Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. We have a little bit more of that typical market stuff kind of going up these last couple of days. We're back into it a little bit, and if you haven't seen the video this morning, we did do some 82 pluses, I guess this afternoon, but tonight's video is going to be extremely market based, kind of just what to expect this upcoming week, and talking about everything. So I'm very excited because I am back into trading now. I have my account all the way back up to 2.6 mil. And really just to reward myself, I just went through and made some more player picks because, to be honest, they were really good earlier. So if you haven't watched that video, check it out. We did do a lot of player picks. It was a lot of fun. It's up on the channel this afternoon. We also did an 87 plus on our second account, and it was also pretty good. So check it out. Yeah, check it out. But anyways, tonight's video, super market based, but I was actually nine picks away from getting the 25 and the 20 completion, which is the 283 double. So I said, you know what, for content, let's do it. We've got an 89 plus prime icon pack coming tomorrow, so I do need the fodder anyways. We did manage to get quite a bit earlier, and they were really good. So I'm hoping we get a little bit of a nighttime theory just to start the video, a nice way to kind of start it with some picks, and then obviously have the 283 doubles and see if we get anything. But man, they're letting me down. They're really letting me down right now because the first four were terrible, and we've spent probably on average about 10K per pick. Now, we do get an 86, but 86s are down so much now. They're down to like 16K. Fodder is really low. I think there's a chance Fodder is going to do well with this pack whenever it does come out, but my oh my are these bad. All right, so these are a bit more realistic. We did get a team of the week, but dupe Jordi Alba, I'm going to take that because you know what? That's actually going to be helpful. An 85 is a big deal. And you know what? These were a bust. These were really bad because considering we just spent like 100K, those were horrible. But that's kind of the risk you take. And I'm kind of an idiot because you know what? Am I going to use my quick sell on an 85? I've got to see real quick, just in the start of the video, we already have drama. And I was trying to have this be market-based. But I do have to get rid of that 85. Now, I did try Smalling today. He was really, really good. Or do I start an SBC? I don't know. I also still have to do the tokens. And just in terms of like a token update, I wanted to, you know, we're going to, for the sake of time, we're going to discard this. And I need to be remembered that I have an Alba that I have to recover. I don't really use my recoveries every month. I really don't. So for me, it's not the end of the world to use it. Now, we've got 283 doubles. Hopefully, we don't get dupes because we did get quite a bit of fodder earlier, so I'm kind of a little bit worried about that. Is that Trippier? Oh my god, man. You gotta be kidding me. I've got dupe 84s. Oh, that's painful. Alright, you know what? Just for the culture, let's go, guys. We're not gonna be crafting. Alright, it is what it is. We got these 283 doubles. Let's get a walkout in this one. That's not even a walkout. So these did not treat me well. That is actually a walkout, and I just don't know what I'm doing. So I swear, these 86s do not walk out, and that's a phenomenal 83 double. So we'll take that a little bit back from, earlier. So I just wanted to talk about the market with you guys, and just a little bit, yeah, about everything because I'm back on it, and I think you guys really enjoyed the last market video, so I just want to keep them going. This afternoon, I bought a Salah at 330. I think actually 335. He was just a bit low, super rare card. He's actually back to 377, so I sold too early. Now, he was 368 yesterday, but as you can see, really rare card. Rebounded very, very, very quickly. Richarlison, I bought him at 265. Just starting to kind of get away from icons a little bit and work on these past specials because they're just having the craziest kind of like hours where they're up and down. And I picked up two Gravenberches at, I think, 150. Somebody listed one at like 140, I think, or 145. And then another one I got, I think, at 155. Something like that sounds about right. And he's at 162 right now. He's trending a lot. I think a lot of it is because Musiala's in the team. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about a little bit of the market because I think there's a lot to talk about. Some of the advice in the video tonight is going to be totally like after 1 p.m. Out of the way tomorrow because we are going to talk a little bit about fodder because I think it's easy coins for tomorrow. 153. Wow. See, I've been watching him. He's great with the trading. He goes up and down all day. He was what, 162 an hour ago. He went back up to 166, and there's a 153 on the market. All right, that's calling my name. I'm in. I'm going to try to flip that for like 164, 165 with a shadow. I like that. That's like 5K probably. So I like that. We'll see if this one sells. Once that one sells, we'll feel a little bit better. But yeah, anyways, man, that's just the stuff that I've been doing. We'll go through that a little bit more at the end of the video. But I want to talk tomorrow. I want to talk today. I want to talk investments. I want to talk trading. I want to talk everything because I think there's actually a lot to do right now. And because of the market and the inflation, I think there's a lot of motivation for me and other people now. We also have 2 weekend leagues right now. We're 9-0 on both accounts. We played a little bit on the second account. By the time you see this video, I think we'll probably have that up on the second channel. We tried a lot of players today, so it was a lot of fun. And so, yeah, guys, obviously this is coming out tomorrow. 89 plus Prime or World Cup icon pack. Now, this is basically a Prime icon pack. You got some World Cup icons in there. We looked at it. It only excludes 3 World Cup icons. So, yeah, the last pack was 270K. The last SBC we have. Right now we have a hero pick out that refreshed yesterday. And that is at the moment, guys, that costs, I don't know why Flippin's not showing it earlier, but I'm pretty sure that's 270K or something like that. It's 286K, right? So I expect this Prime pack to probably be about 300K. That hero pick is an 86, an 85, and an 84. I think what they'll probably do is an 86 or an 87, and you'll probably need like 88 or higher and stuff like that. So if you're looking in terms of the market and you're looking at fodder and you're trying to wonder, should I invest? The fact is, the market is actually kind of low for fodder. This is not a bad time to buy. You are risking it a little bit, but 85s, a lot of these were like extinct. And for me, it's just 84s are very high right now. And let's be honest, fodder is not low, but I do think if this pack is repeatable at least more than once, there's a chance that we will see fodder kind of go over 20K. If you're really looking for like a solid gamble, it's probably going to be on your higher rated cards. I feel like an 89 a week ago was a little bit more at like 46. Obviously still very high at 42. I think people are investing for tomorrow. You could invest in fodder. I don't think it's going to go to the moon, but I think there maybe is some money if you do kind of end up hitting the right rating. I think Lloris the other day was like 28K at a peak, maybe 30. He's down at 24, so maybe 87s have a little bit of room. There's never a huge margin in fodder, and I don't really like it because if it doesn't work out, you're kind of stuck with it. But might be worth stocking a little bit. And you know what? You could look at it this way. Maybe you just want to do the pack tomorrow. So if you want to, maybe stock some 86, 87s, 88s just so you're ready. And then, if you do make a profit on some, you can do the pack for cheaper, right? You can do the gamble for a little bit cheaper. So that's the first thing that I wanted to talk about in the video. I think that's obviously, very important to talk about. Okay, now we're going to talk a lot of stuff today. We're going to talk future stars. Then we're going to talk team of the week. Obviously, tomorrow is just this icon pack. But, this video is probably relevant for another day or two. So I want to talk about future stars. I want to talk team of the week. So first of all, this future stars team, it's dropping a lot right now. It's going down a lot. It's going down very fast. And this is what happens in the evening hours, right? When a lot of people log off and there's more supply on the market, right? And there's less buyers. So Musiala was like 1.8 yesterday. He's dropping so fast. I've heard very mixed reviews about him. And he's not really selling. There's a lot at 1.5 that are not selling, which means he's probably going to go a little bit lower. But this morning, there was honestly some phenomenal rises, right? And the reason that happened this morning was that a lot of people didn't invest in the market. A lot of traders sat it out. And last week, a lot of traders were there. Also, Team 2 has less supply. A lot of people save packs for Team 1. Team 2 has way less supply. This card was like, I think 75 last night. Went all the way up to like 97 this morning. So he did really well. What's really, really, really alarming is some of the trends, right? And so for me, one of them is Timber. Timber, did my game just freeze? Oh my God, EA. My game just froze. EA Sports, man. You guys drive me crazy. But anyways, right? Regarding Timber, he was 400K this morning. I literally saw him last night. He went from 300K to 400K. Now, look at this, 300 to 400. Now, why did this happen, right? Why did this 25% rise happen? This happened because there's an SBC out as well, Timber, right? And links are huge, right? So that was huge. He's just been dropping all day, though. Literally, he's just been going down all day. So I don't really like him that much. I mean, there's a chance that he could rebound, but I never like when cards are just doing that, right? When they're just dropping. And also, it does not help that today we got Smalling, we got Jones. A lot of people are using new center backs for the rest of the weekend and probably for this week. So if you're watching this video and you want to get in the market, do not trade center backs. They may start to rebound in like a day or so, but I just wouldn't risk it, right? You should be looking at, especially with the SBC that's out right now, some Serie A or Dutch, right? So, Kvar has been really stable. I think Kvar has done really well. He's been, like, if you look at Musiala, right? So with Smalling coming out today, right? He's just been a lot more stable. Like, he was even up to 840 today. He's 760 now, but he's been more stable. Obviously, look at this rise this morning. He goes from 840 to 1.2. That's like 300K. So these cards were, like, ultra rare this morning. A lot of them went up a lot. I'm curious about Araujo because I wasn't even really watching him. But he, what's crazy about this promo and, like, Future Stars now versus what they were, I just feel like, even like Enzo, I don't understand how this card with 3-4 is 1.43. I mean, this is definitely just new transfer hype because 1-4 is insane. He was actually 188 earlier, and then he dropped 400K. That's just scary. You don't want to be in that. But for me, the best two cards in this actual promo, right, in this set of future stars, I think it's CDK. I think CDK and I think Araujo are the best two cards actually in this promo. Now, whether you took the left wing or whether you took the 5-star skills or the 5-star weak foot, that's up to you. But I actually think this card on the market, I was talking about this the other day with Tony Cruz, I think this card on the market, based on the prices that I'm seeing in this promo team right now, with Milan links and how important they are this year, is at least 500K, if not like 700K. I'm telling you right now, I really believe this, man, because there's cards on the market right now. We've got Musiala 1.5, Enzo 1.4, Araujo 700K for his center back, right? Kvar 800K. So, I really felt that way all year about Cruz. Cruz 5.5, really good links. When you look at De Bruyne and Conte, they're 1.4. I think he was like at least the 600K card on the market. A lot of this has to do with rarity. But yeah, I really think CDK, if you have Fodder, it's definitely worth crafting. He's an incredible SBC. Really, he's really good. And just, relative to market stuff, I think he is really good. Now, the only player from the last team, you saw my video the other week, I only wanted to invest in Kalulu. Kalulu is actually down. Now, he was 120 yesterday. He went up 15K, and he's actually 101. So there is a sell-off with Future Stars 1. I'm telling you right now, investments don't work anymore. I don't know what it just doesn't work. People only care about the new cards, and we're actually seeing a market drop, and that's why we're making this video, because there is a market drop. We've got a bit of a market crash, and I thought it was possible with the FGS sell-off. But we've got a big sell-off, right? A huge sell-off, right? Adeyemi's gone from 420, 410 to 340. Mudryk was like 1.2. He's 103. He's actually down a ton. So right now you're seeing these past specials get sold off a lot. And, it's what's going on in the market right now. People who did qualifiers are selling their teams. I actually think tomorrow evening is going to be a great time to get in the market. I think tomorrow we're going to have this Prime Icon pack. I think we may have a little bit of a rebound in the morning with all these old specials. I think in the morning, you might have a good chance to get out of your card if you're still in it and you want to, liquidate a little bit. But here's why I really like Monday and tomorrow night, rather, to buy. If you're buying any out-of-pack special, anything like that, you're trading. I think you can still trade in this market. I think you've got, obviously, guys, when you have cards falling out of the sky, you can trend trade. It's not hard. But, for example, look, Salah, right? I'm probably going to start staying away from this budget, but this is a very rare card. I got in trouble with Benzema today because he was just dropping all day. But Salah rebounds a lot, so that's another example of a card, on that level of a budget that could be really good, right, to trend trade with, right? You're looking at that. But I'm just telling you, I'm not going to probably, be investing in this market too much because I think, obviously, with this Prime Icon pack on the rise tomorrow, which it's probably tomorrow because we always get those on Sunday. I think there's going to be even more of a sell-off, right? Because that is going to be probably coming in at least you're talking probably 300K, 400K. And so when you have that price kind of coming in, it is actually going to impact cards, right? Because people will sell stuff. On Friday when CDK came out, I saw, players like Royce, players like Kane mentions, right? Went down 30, 40K, right? Because CDK came in at a price of 300K. So people sell around the price of that. But, if you have this Prime Icon pack tomorrow that's repeatable 3 or 4 times, people are going to do it and it's going to cause some people to sell even more. But I think that makes for a great opportunity to buy tomorrow evening. Probably, give 6, 7, 5 hours probably after that pack. I think you have a really nice opportunity to potentially get into the market. So if you're looking at the market right now, to be honest, I would just be looking if you're really really set on trading in this market, you want to get involved, you want to make coins, you should probably be looking at players less than 200K because I think anything else is too risky. Some of those top tier cards, they do get rare, but I learned my lesson today, with Benzema, right? And I was trading some of those cards all week. Now I do want to see Adama because Adama's really, really dropping. He's at 145, and obviously I want to show you guys some examples of stuff that I'm looking at. So Adama was 158 yesterday. He was 152 an hour ago, and he was 150. So he went back up to 157. He was 150 around content time. So I'm looking at this thinking, okay, he is dropping, and he's clearly not selling, right? He's on bid at 142, which is pretty low. He's still getting bids, but 151 not selling, 160 not selling, and he's still dropping. And so in a market like this, I like to just Like, you could look at it and say, okay, Adama's 160 and 2 hours ago. And I think that, he's going to go back to the 155. But if you see a card on the market, I know it's hard to be patient. But if you see a card on the market is not selling with 3 at the cheapest, just wait, right? Because more supply is coming. And not only this, right? Let's say all 3 of these 145 sell. You still got 146, 146, 148 chilling. So that's one of those ones where I would, unless I see a massive undercut, I'm not going to buy because he's still dropping. And I'd probably set my target price at like 140 and hope to get him, maybe back to like 155. At that price, you're going to make 7,500 coins, which is a lot, right? I know people sometimes are like, that's not a lot. That's a lot. And I want to go over some of this trading and stuff, guys, because when the market is dropping like this, it's really good. Now, Varane, wow. So he was like 705 earlier, so he went back up. He's very rare. It doesn't surprise me. And I want to look at some top tier cards. I want to look at Team of the Years. I want to talk about these cards because these cards have just been invincible so far. And are they dropping at all? And obviously, Mbappe is not 12. Okay, they're not dropping. Mbappe is still the best player. Oh my God, man. This card is immune. What's his price? He's 12 mil. All right, that's insane. So he's not dropping. But I think his team of the tournament earlier, I saw it got down to 5.2, and then there was 5 at 5.5. Did he rebound? Wow, he went back up. So the pro players all sold him at the same time, and then he went right back up. He went right back up to 5.8. That's crazy. Okay, so these top tier in demand cards went right back up. I will say I'm a little bit surprised because what I was seeing earlier was a little bit. It wasn't so good on the market with those cards, but some of these cards just too good, and wow, that's pretty crazy. That's actually pretty crazy because Mbappe earlier was dying. I wonder if any of these Team of the Year icons, I don't know if I could search by the card design and just look at a compare price, but we've seen some crazy prices recently, like Dino. So Garrett Muller was 1.8. Is he still there? He's like 1.77. So these cards are so rare and stable. It doesn't really surprise me. Let's see what Holland is because I saw Holland up at like 12. Yeah, he's like 12. He's like 13. So yeah, I really like. I really like this market, guys. I know a lot of people are against it, but it's got me really motivated to trade, to play weekend league. I personally needed it because before it was just kind of like meh. So, for me, guys, I've been really enjoying this market. I think it's really nice, and I'm enjoying just trading in it again. And I was also wondering because they put Gordon in qualies. I didn't do the whole thing yet, but I was also really curious to see if maybe EA is going to do another player in like the Foot Champs mode like soon, but not for sure. But yeah, I'm curious to see if EA is going to do another player in the Foot Champs mode because Gordon actually with the 5-star weak foot is nice. I'm so mad that I didn't. I basically had a bunch of DCs, man. And it cost me from being able to finish him on time. And then I was gonna say, okay, I'm gonna do it on my second account, and my second account was already qualified, so I couldn't do it on my second account. So I'm just like, man, I'm down horrendous. But it's okay, right? It's okay. And we're actually working on Tavares, which is sick because he looks so good. He really does. I was using his 86 today. He was amazing. So I'm assuming his top tier version is gonna be really good. I'm watching this Adama right now because that 143 is low and it's not selling, and I kind of want to buy it. But I'm gonna just be sticking true to what I just told you guys, which is be patient because there's no need to panic rush something. And I'm looking at some cards, right? So I see Saka. Earlier I was watching Saka. And Saka was like, I think Saka earlier when I saw his price was like 120. Okay, so this is interesting. So guys, that 145 sold. Let's see, is that the one that I added though? I don't even know. Is that the same one? Or it's another one. Okay, so one of the 145 sold. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go on bid, and we're gonna see how this bid does right now. That's kind of how we're gonna do it. So that 143 sold. Okay, so the bid is probably gonna go higher. In my experience, bids always go higher than cheapest bids because people wait for the bid, and then everybody just goes and does the buy now, which is kind of how it goes. But yeah, we'll be patient here. I think 140 is really good for this card. That's really where I want to look. And, that's where I feel like I can make some really good profit. Now, Saka, 110 looks really low. Let's see how much supply is at 116. 107, that's so good. Look, this is the thing with the market. That's sitting on the market. That's the thing. Like, there's not a lot of buying happening. So that's sitting on the market. All right, this is getting out of control. I'm going to go 143, and that's my last bid. So he's got 110 on Flippin. He's got 116 on the market. So this is kind of how it goes, guys. He was 120 earlier, right? And he's, I'm just kind of teaching you guys how I think and how I'm kind of back on this trading So look, he's got no cards after 117, and he's got what, 2 at 120. So what we are going to do is we are going to list Saka at 119. Actually, we're going to list him at like 121. We're going to get a little greedy here because he's got a good chem style. And that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. And so I think we didn't win that Adama. But we're just scrolling around the market. And we're going to keep it going for a couple more minutes because we're enjoying this sell-off right now. And this kind of happens every Saturday, but I think it's a little elevated right now because we just had this this qualifier. So I think a lot of people are really, really, really selling. And so, like, my favorite cards always, guys, are 300K and less cards. Now, yes, I was looking at Benzema. I was looking at some of these other cards that are a little bit more rare and more expensive. But these cards are always going to be the most, like, sure cards in terms of, you know, making money back. I also think Prime Icons are really good. Prime Icons are great. Sometimes that's a little bit more confusing to kind of get into. But Prime Icons are also very good. Rodrigo, I sold at 322 today, this morning. So he's down at 270. So he's really down as well. Let's keep looking around. We're looking at flipping. I don't really watch many of these promo teams, so I don't even really know a ton of these prices. Sane looks really low. 270 seems crazy if that's on the market. I guess he was 280 all day. I don't know what happened to him today, but he must have dropped a lot. We'll check his price out in a minute. VVD was 104. He's back up to 1.2. That's a crazy rebound. So some of the top tier center backs must have got sold off a little bit with the center backs. Modric is back to 215. He was like 190 earlier. So some of these cards really rebounding well. I noticed that Busquets is really, really, really stable. That's just a random thing, but I've been watching him a little bit, and he's like seems to be very stable. So let's take a look. We're going to take a look at Thiago, who was 212, 213. He was up to what, 220, 213. All right, so Thiago, and we're going to look at Sane, and then we're going to call it a video, guys. But yeah, this is what we're just doing, man. We're a little bit on market watch, and Rodrigo is dropping very fast, so we are watching him as well. And let's take a look at Leroy Sané, and then let's go ahead and take a look at oh, okay, that's the well, that 271 I don't think is there unless it's glitched. No, it is glitched. So he is 271. Does he have any bids? But he's not selling. So this card looks like he's still dropping. We don't want to buy cards that are still dropping. Let's take a look at Thiago, and then we'll call it a wrap. But yeah, guys, I'm expecting also, last thing, I know we've talked about a lot. But I am also expecting, guys, that we are going to see some Prime Icons get packed tomorrow. And I think we're going to see a trend that we usually see, which is where around the SBC time, some of the Prime Icons are going to actually go down a little bit. And some of them are going to stay lower, right? So the example that I'll give you is like Prime Larson will probably go down around the SBC because he's getting packed. And he'll probably keep going down because he gets packed a lot. But a lot of the time what you see when this SBC happens with the Prime Icons is that like Rio and Desai and some of these players, you know, that are very meta will go down for like an hour or two, but then they start going back up because they're just not, like, they're not packed a ton. So just watch that because that's also like always a really easy trend to make coins on. And, you know, it's kind of like under the radar. So just watch it and see, you know, monitor it. We're going to actually go for one more Adama and see if we can kind of actually capitalize on his low right now. But you know what's really interesting about the market specifically now, you guys can see that everything we're adding at the cheapest price is not selling. So be patient, and obviously the market is telling you based on that it's dropping. So you always want to chill out when you see nothing selling. And this could be a good example, unless, oh man, I was gonna say this could be a good example sometimes of, you know, really waiting for the price that you want to get. And I've got to be careful because I'm having some trauma because I have bid 4 mil on a Messi in the past, and it's really, really not fun. So I don't recommend that. And Adama is still dropping. Very interesting. So Adama is really being sold off right now. He's a really popular card. It's crazy. He's getting really, really sold. 143, 144, not selling. But we still can't win on bid. We'll go 141. Rodrigo sold, Sane sold. Interesting. Okay. So, yeah. Guys, thanks for watching the video. I appreciate it, man. Love doing these market videos. Love that we're kind of back at it a little bit. We're really on the road to just making more coins because we need coins for Foot Fantasy. We need coins for Foot Birthday. 5-star, 5-star players coming. We need coins for Team of the Season, man. I want to have like maybe 10 mil by Team of the Season. So we got to keep grinding. We got to keep playing the weekendly. We got to get our rank 3 every week. And we got to keep up the training when we can and we have time. So thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys later. Peace.